How do you coach hope now?
Hope?
Yeah.
Again, Steve, it's, you know, we owe to, we understand that. It's hope, it's pride, it's toughness. And I thought that's the toughness part is the part I didn't think we played with last night. I thought we did in game one. We did in parts of last night, but we didn't do it long enough. So it's about grit, toughness. You know, if you want to use the word hope, if we're hoping we win, we shouldn't be in the NBA. That's not a good word to use if you're a professional player. I think grit, pride, playing for the name, your family name as much as anything else, and then your team's name. I wouldn't want to use the word hope because that's like you wishing for something.
It's surprising to not. First 2 games, how much was physical that happened? How much was mental?
Well, again, some of it was physical. We weren't physical enough defensively into the bodies. I thought they got comfortable after they hit us with a shot. And you know, a good team like that and a great player like James is going to give you his best shot. But the bounce back, the physicality we didn't come back with, you know, after they threw their best shot at us, we kind of caved in on the offensive. Our offense got bogged down. We didn't execute offensively, and then it kind of snowballed on us after that.
Would you tell your players in a situation like this to stay away from social media and what's happening?
I told them before we played in the Washington series, don't look at social media, don't listen to you guys, you know, because if everybody could do it, everybody be an NBA coach. But just to keep your mind clear, stay together, because as good as things are, as soon as you make a mistake, everybody's waiting to pounce on you and tell you how dire straits you are and how bad things are. And really, it's not. It's, again, we're professional players. It's a 7-game series. We can feel sorry for ourselves if we want to, and I don't think our guys are going to. We know what we didn't do and have to do better. And again, we know it's tough. It's not going to be easy. But yet and still, we have the toughness and grit, and we've done it all year. I don't think we've lost 3 games in a row all year. I'm not sure. But, you know, that's what we're made out of, and that's what we got to depend on.
Is it possible to use some of the things that people are saying right now as motivation? I mean,
I don't know what people are saying.
They're making a joke about this. They're saying things like LeBronto. They're putting memes out there.
Well, if our players are reading that should motivate you. But if you have to use that as motivation, again, we're professional people. We should use execution, physicality, toughness as our motivation and understand what we need to do from there. And I'm not making light of what they're saying. I don't know how to use social media, so it shouldn't. We shouldn't have that to motivate us. What happens on the court should motivate us, and we didn't, you know, for long periods of time last night, play with the toughness and the physicality we needed, and some parts, the intelligent and the smarts part. We didn't do that correctly. We made some mistakes that we've done all year, and so all those things should be the things that motivate us.
Do you want to play faster, Dwayne?
Well, we do, no question, but we want to be organized. I thought in the second half we tried to play fast. That's why we put the small lineup in to generate some offense, but I didn't think we were well organized, and I don't think our shot selection was good. We didn't go to the second action. We tried to score on the first one, and then that snowballed on us. But get to the second action, be organized when we do play fast, Bruce, and make them make some mistakes, make them play some defense instead of coming down and maybe going with the first look that we think is a good shot. There's a better shot on the other side.
Part of the lack of pace, just how efficient they are offensively?
Some of it. Again, both teams are pretty. I think we scored 60 points in the first half, so it was offensive fest. But some of the things we did defensively weren't good. You know, the way we covered Love, some of the unnecessary switches we got with him. You know, we got to understand what we want to do after that. We didn't execute that. So, again, some of the things we shot in ourselves, and some of the things you got to shake their hands. They executed pretty well offensively. Some of the plays they made, or some of the shots we wanted to live with, but you can't let them have everything. You're not going to stop everything, but you can't also, on the other hand, open everything else up for them.
Are you in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation with Serge?
With Serge is a member of our team, Steve. You know, he's not damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like baseball hitters, some people go through ruts, and our job as a coaching staff and as a team is to help him out of it, not bury him, put dirt on him. Like I said, you know, the first 2 games thought he was the next Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. But again, you know, he's our team member. We're going to support him. We're going to push him. We're going to try to make things easier for him instead of putting dirt on him and saying he's dead. You know, again, we're the top team in our conference. We won 59 games. We won the conference. And it's not like we're, you know, chopped liver or anything. So Serge all players, not only Serge, have gone through stretches of tough stretches. And it's our job as a coaching staff and his teammates to help pull him out of it.
As for bouncing back in Game 3, are you finding it easier to get through to your veterans or your rookies? Is it the same? How are you coping with this?
Well, the rookies, Nathan, they don't know any better. They should just be playing hard, and that's something that we want to do, you know, with those guys. But the veterans, they understood. They spoke up in the film session, spoke up in our practice this morning. They understand what we need to do. Now, the difference is between words and actually getting out there and doing. I can get up there and speak and drop X and O's and all we want to, but until we go out and execute it with physicality, grit, toughness, and I'm not saying playing hard. We were playing hard, but there's a certain way to use it that we've got to do, and it's nothing that we have not done before. There's matchup issues that we got to make sure we cover and switch out of and not switch on to, and put ourselves in some of the dire straits in the matchups that we already have.
But defensively, I mean, some of those shots LeBron hit last night, those fadeaway moon balls he was calling them, I mean, they're almost indefensible. But then you got Kevin Love inside, and you got Green on the outside, hitting sometimes uncontested. Are those the ones that you're talking about when you're saying we can get more physical, get more?
Exactly. You know, we got to make LeBron work harder for his catches, work harder for some of his possessions. And you're going to live with something. Some of those shots are indefensible. You know, we ran at him a couple times. He darted us out of the double team, so everybody's talking about double teaming. That sounds manly and smart, but again, there's certain situations you can't because he's got Corver and Smith on the other side. But the other breakdowns are where we have to be better. You know, the Loves, the Corvers. I thought Kyle did a good job on Corver last night. The Smiths. Are the other guys that get loose, the Hills. As you said, Green had 4 for 6, I think it was, for 3. So those are issues that we gotta manage and get under control, more so than totally trying to just totally stop James. And again, we gotta make him work harder, take some of the things we can take away from him in certain situations.
Was Indy more physical with James than you guys have been at this point?
Probably, I would say they were. You know, again, OG is learning. Pascal is learning how to do this. I thought Stevenson was pretty physical with him. Bogdanovich was pretty physical with him. But they have the ability to do that. The OG has the ability to do that, to get up, move his feet, make him work to catch it, fight for space, fight for his position. And we didn't do that last night. I thought we did a better job in Game 1.
Coach, I don't think anyone in NBA history had ever had a 40-plus point, 14-assist game before LeBron did it last night. You're not really in a position to admire what he's doing, but
no.
From a historical standpoint, what he is able to achieve, what do you think when you look at his achievements, especially something like that?
I think it's something we need to fight against and work against and not be a part of history. You know, that's I respect LeBron, I respect who he is and the player he is, but I'm not going to sit here and admire him for numbers he's putting up, and that's on us. You know, you can't do that at this point. When he retires or when we're all done coaching and retired, then that's when you admire what he's done. But right now he's the enemy, and we got to do a better job of not being part of history.